Good morning. So today we're going to move on to a unit of striking, and we're going to use some different household items to do that. Now you might be wondering, what are we going to use for striking? Okay, so there are a few different options you could use around the house, and I've got a few examples for you. So the first and easiest one is your hand. So you could use your hand to strike something today. I also have like a 2-litre bottle. You could use a bottle or 1.25 or like a milk bottle as well. I have an old cricket bat that I can use for striking, and I also have a tennis racket that I can use for striking. So you can grab one of those items from home to help you play. Then as well, you might be thinking, I need a ball as well. So there's a few different options you can choose for a ball. So we have the classic tennis ball. We have the socks, if you can wrap them together. We also have a bit of paper, and you can scrunch up a little bit of a paper and you have a ball. To make it a bit sturdier, because we're going to strike it, you might wrap it in some sticky tape as well, if you have some sticky tape around the house. So there are a few options today. I personally am going to use a ball, okay? So it's the best option if you can, or maybe your socks, or maybe your paper with sticky tape wrapped around it. So when we are striking, I'm going to go through some of the techniques and the strategies we need to use when we do it. So similar to our throwing, when we point, step, throw, when we do that unit, we're going to step and strike today. Okay, so I'm going to go through the basics of that. Grab our striking item. Bat. Swing. Now, when we're striking as well, okay, we want to be pointing where we're going. So if we're holding with one hand, we're going to point with our opposite hand. If we're holding with two hands, we're going to point where we're stepping. So our toe is our point when we point, step, and strike. It's important we have nice straight hands, and just like when we're catching, we want to be tracking, watching the ball as we're going, so our eyes are on the ball. Whether our ball is stationary on a tee, or whether our ball is moving, maybe if you're striking off a wall, or you're having a partner throw to you in your striking motion as well. Okay, I'm going to have a look at a few tee options you could use as well. So if you don't have a tee, you could use like a plastic cup. You could also use maybe a bottle to place the ball on top of. It might not work so good with socks, and you've got to be a bit careful with the bottle. You probably want a plastic one, okay? And you might actually even have to have liquid in it so it doesn't fly away, especially if it's windy. But I think a plastic cup is a good option as well. And to make it on your level, I'm going to use a chair as well to strike off. So we're going to have a look at that as well. My drink bottle. This over a bit. You might notice as well when I'm striking the ball, okay, it's very important of my grip of how I'm holding. You'll notice that no matter what I'm holding, I want my thumb pointing down on the striking apparatus, whether that's a tennis racket or my drink bottle or my cricket bat. Thumbs pointing down to the bottom of your bat that you're using, or your tennis racket. I'm also stepping into where I want to hit. You might notice as well I'm bending my knees, so I have nice balance when I'm hitting. I don't want to be flying all over the place. Okay, so that's our striking and how to strike. You can give it a go at home. To make it a bit harder as well, you could do it off a wall if you're by yourself, as opposed to on a tee, and you could do it having a partner throw to you as well. So I'm going to show you just off a wall. I'm going to throw the ball and then try and strike it off the ball. And you can maybe continuously strike with the wall to make it a bit harder. I'm going to have a go at the drink bottle, which I think might be a bit hard with the tennis ball, but we'll see how we go. If you're going against the wall, you're going to have to use a ball that will bounce back. Like you could use a down ball, those high bounce balls some people have as well, as another option. So you can see you can have a little game against yourself. When you're serving to yourself, you could either point, step and throw at the wall, or you could do a drop serve. So I held the ball in my opposite hand, dropped so it bounced, then stepped, then hit as well. Okay, that's how we strike. Now on Friday, I'm going to have another lesson where we're going to play a game of rapid fire that you can maybe play with a partner or by yourself as well. I'll see you then.